Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be telling you a story time. As you probably will be reading in the title, whenever I upload this video, I don't know when. But my hair is wet, I just got out of the shower, and I'm ready to tell you a story time. I've been wanting to tell it for so long. Well, technically I did tell it on this channel, but it didn't go so well. I really didn't like how I told the story. I didn't give it a lot of details, and so this story time is going to have a lot more detail, and I promise I won't start to cry, hopefully. So anyway, let's just get into this story time. Oh, and before I begin, this might be a series, and it's called the Rude People series. So if you do enjoy this story time and you want more rude people stories, I'm going to try to make this into a series. Okay, so let me move this shit out of the way. So, we go to this church sometimes, and just so you know, I'm a Christian, and this church is Baptist, and I'm just going to call it the T Church because of safety reasons, obviously, because this church is really, really small. And don't get me wrong, I love the woman that I'm about to talk about, how rude she was to me, though. I still care about her. But every time I see her, I always think of this and almost cry in church because of how rude she was to me. But let's begin. So we're at T Church, right? Just sitting in the pew. And in walks, we're going to call her Wendy for the story. In walks Wendy. She's a lot older. She's an older woman. And she has to walk with like one of those crutches, with wheels on it. Not like a walking stick, but the ones with the wheels. Sorry, I don't really know what they're called, but I think they're called crunches or something. She walks in late, because she was always late to church whenever she could come, or before she could come, but then she started having health problems, so she couldn't come as frequently. So she walks in late, just like she used to when she could come every Sunday before her health problems, and so I was so freaking happy to see her. Like, I was overjoyed because I hadn't seen her in a while, and I really love this woman, even though she probably doesn't know it. And she was smiling and laughing and just waving to everybody. She was being so kind. So anyway, we sit through church services because, it's church, and you talk about Jesus and everything, and the meaning of love and the meaning of Christ and all that. So afterwards, we went to this little hall that's right beside T Church. So it's like the church is here, and then there's like a little walkway, and then there's another building that is connected to the walkway, but it's not connected to the church, if that makes sense. So the church is here, there's a walkway, and then it's over here, like off to the side, and it's not attached to the church, but it's attached to the sidewalk. So anyway, we all walked to the little hall that's beside T Church to have like a little dinner, they call it. So I walked in there, and I was wondering what was taking my dad so long. And so I went back, and I saw her struggling, Wendy, to get down. So I went over there to offer my help. And this is when she kind of was, really rude to me and almost made me cry. She was like, no! Really aggressively and really rudely, which I was taken aback because I had never heard her talk to anybody like that. I've never heard her say anything so aggressively and so rude like that, So I was taken by surprise. And the pastor's wife, the pastor has a wife. It's a little bit different than priests, I guess, but he has a wife. And she was like, oh, you're so sweet. I always offer my help, but she never takes it. So I was just like, well, thanks. That doesn't make me feel any better, but okay. So I turn around, and I walk, and I'm trying not to cry because I was wanting to cry by how rude she was about it. She was like, no! Really aggressively and really rudely. And so even though I was trying to help her, she was being really rude. So I walked back, and as she was getting closer, I opened the door for her to this little building that has that we're supposed to eat in. That's right by T Church. So I open the door for her, and as she gets closer, she's like, "Close the door, you're letting flies in." And she was really rude about it, and I was just like, "I'm just holding the door open for you." And I was about ready to cry again because I just could not believe how rude she was being. And the other times I've met her, she was very, very nice to me. And this time she was just completely rude to me and treated me like shit, like I wasn't human. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. Because it really hurt me at the time. I was just like so surprised. Like all I did was try to help her and open the door for her. And she was over there being like really rude to me and stuff. And just walking over me like I was a piece of shit. And that I didn't have feelings. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, but that's how it was. She treated me like I didn't have any feelings at all, which I do. And so anyway, we get in there, we eat, and I'm trying not to cry still. And then I'm sorry, this is so emotional for me because this woman meant so much to me, and for her to treat me like shit really hurt me. I'm sorry. So, we're over there eating and everything, and I'm trying so hard not to cry because I felt like shit at this point. Because I was just trying to help her, and she was so fucking rude to me, and I don't even deserve it, and I didn't know why she was being so rude to me, but she was. But anyway, the next thing, I'm sitting at the table, and, putting stuff on this napkin and trying to give it to my dad, and he's like, "Don't put it on my plate." Like, he was kind of rude about it and everything. And after the way that the lady treated me, I just felt so bad. And when we got home later, I literally fucking cried myself to sleep because I took a nap. I fucking cried myself to sleep because this woman was so fucking rude to me. And I cared so much about her. Like, I deeply cared for her. And I'm sorry that this video is so emotional. I'm very sorry for crying. So yeah. I know it's anticlimactic. I just went home and cried myself to sleep. I was so hurt by how rude she was to me. I just didn't keeps falling. I just couldn't believe how rude she was being to me, and all I did was try to help her. And she literally broke my heart because of it. And I know that sounds dramatic and everything, but it really did hurt me at the time, and I was so sad. And I cried myself to sleep. I tried not to cry the whole time I was there, but I really wanted to. And I even cried when I was going to the bathroom because that's how bad she hurt me. And I didn't really deserve it. I was just trying to help her, and she was just being really, really rude to me. Extremely rude. And, my dad and the pastor also witnessed this, and his wife, and they didn't say anything. They didn't say that she was being rude, even though we all thought it. We all looked at each other like, wow, that's really, really fucking rude. I was just trying to help her because she was struggling down this little slope thing. And I just tried to help her, and she was being a complete mean person, just so fucking rude. I was like, why? And now every time I look at her, I think back, and a lot of times I want to cry because of how rude she was to me and how she treated me like I wasn't human. She practically run me down and just really hurt my feelings and destroyed my trust because of that kind of. And don't get me wrong, I still care about her deeply. I think she's a good person generally, but that time I didn't think she was a good person is when she was being rude to me. And other than that, I always thought of her as a really sweet lady. She was always laughing. She was always having fun. And I just never thought she would be so completely rude to me like that. And it really hurt my feelings a lot. It really did. And so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I am sorry for my emotions getting the best of me. I promised myself I would not cry in this video, but I did, and I'm sorry. And before I go, I just want to say another message. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Well, it's another message, but my dearest apologies to Kobe and his family. My heart goes out to them, and I hope that they're doing okay and that they'll get you know what I mean, like they'll heal and find happiness again. And that's all I want for everybody is just happiness and joy and love. And I'm so sorry for their loss because it's really tragic and it's really sad, and I feel so bad. And his daughter passed away, which also upset me a lot too, because I personally like children. Like, I babysit for children before, and so I really enjoy having kids around. Like, I like kids. I would love to have my own one day, you know. And so to hear that she passed away and she was only 13 really upset me as well, because she was just starting her life as a teenager, and it's so sad that it tragically ended the way it did. Her life ended so soon, and she was gone too soon, and so is Kobe Bryant. And my heart goes out to their family, their friends, and their fans, his fans, but I'm sure they were fans of his daughter as well. And to everybody else that was also in the plane crash, helicopter crash. I feel so sorry for them too, and I'm so sorry for y'all's loss, and I hope that wherever you are, that you're gonna be okay. Like, I'm so sorry for your loss, and if you're a fan of him, I am so sorry. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say I was his biggest fan, because I'm not his biggest fan, but I did enjoy watching him play basketball. So, but like, what I mean is not his biggest fan is that I didn't know everything about Kobe like some people probably did. But that being said, I hate to hear when somebody has passed away, even if they were sick. Because I've had people that just suddenly die out of nowhere, and so it really upsets me. And I just hope the best for Kobe's family and all the other families that lost somebody in the helicopter crash. And sorry, my battery's down. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of this video, and I'm sorry I cried and got so emotional, but I did want to add a little bit of Kobe Bryant in there too, just to apologize to his family, and I feel so bad, and I'm so sorry for their loss. And his 13-year-old daughter, I'm so sorry that she passed away too in this helicopter crash, and everybody else that was in the helicopter crash. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.